Yo, what's up, guys? So unfortunately, every single time I fucking recorded, my friend kept getting in the way or talking over, so I couldn't get a solid recording until now. So, today we're gonna be talking about, in general, fucking GPO, or Grand Peace Online, as some of the people that don't probably have the game know, because it's kind of like a smaller way to say the name, I guess. I'm gonna be talking about GPO and what you should know about it, or what you should probably do before you buy the game. Holy shit. Which you should probably do before you buy the game. So, if you guys haven't bought the game already, or if you guys are thinking about it, or if you guys already have it but are just low level in general and want to know what you should do to get off or get on part of what you want to do in your game, in general, just follow this video if you want to, I guess. It's not going to be the most detailed. There's probably like 10 other YouTube channels that could do a better job at this, but if you want to still watch this video, please do. I would really appreciate that. So, to get on the part of this video, oh my fucking god, no, my ship, don't do what I just did. Yeah, that's something you should probably do. Don't do what I just did right there. Getting so close to a fucking island. So, one thing you should probably start with this game is, or one thing you should probably know about this game whenever you're about to buy it, is the leveling in this game is more or less simple, but not as easy as you would think. So, if you're level... I can't put an example of this that wouldn't sound too easy. So, like, let's say level past level 50, because that's whenever it starts to get a little bit more annoying to grind. That's whenever NPCs are more closer together, or in general, they just aggro onto you so much more easier, and it just becomes a pain in the ass to kill them. And this is also whenever you have bosses that are kind of super close to NPCs. And I'm not saying that there already isn't this, because on the first island, you got a boss that's like literally in between a bunch of NPCs. But the difference is with that island is that you can't aggro more than one at a time. And I don't think they always set this up properly, because I've had instances where I had multiple NPCs after me and I never hit them. And there is the argument that you probably accidentally hit them, and that is more than likely plausible. But in this case scenario, I'm just going to go with the fact that you can sometimes accidentally aggro a bunch of NPCs on you. So for starters, that is a bit of an issue. If you don't have a Logia, or if you don't have a fruit, that is a big no-no, because if you just have a sword, and let's just be honest here, cooldowns in this game are a bit of a middle finger to you, you're kind of screwed. So you need to have energy. So if you're level, let's say 10, start investing your points into energy, defense, and whatever you're using. So if you already have a sword at that point, you shouldn't have a sword, but if you have one, put stat points into melee and your stamina, because your abilities eventually are going to become an issue. Make sure to put points in sword as well, so you can get your abilities, because... Oh, and here's a common misconception with that, by the way. Putting points in sword do not increase the damage on that specific thing, just in general with black suits as well. Or, well, no, that does, my bad, not black suits, by the way. That does, but for combat fighting styles, like, it'll tell you black leg, you can put points in black leg, for example, but that won't increase the damage. So, that is a very, very big issue for people that don't know that. Do not put all your points into something you think will increase its damage. I've gone through that road, and it's a pain in the ass to have to refund all your points if there's no code out. If there is no code out. If there is, then no sweat, just use the code. But if you don't have that, there is a few tips you can do, and that is just don't be a dumbass. Just like start putting all your points into something. Start putting your points into melee over time. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but just start doing that. So, another thing is, if you're a starter, there's a lot of issues going around where people will come up to you and try to give you a fruit. Now, the only fruits you should never take from anyone, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, and you shouldn't ever be rude to people on this game. It's kind of an annoyance whenever someone's rude to you, but do not accept a suke as a fruit. I mean, I get it, people will actually try to be nice and give you suke not knowing what its value is, but most of the time people are just trolling you with whenever they try to offer this to you. Do not accept a suke as a fruit. It is very bad, it is horrible for grinding, and most of the time, you won't ever get anything good out of it. And the issue with suke, not really, is just because of the fact that it's just that bad. It's more or less so low value in general that even if you didn't want to eat it, you could not hold on to it. You would have no practical use for it. You couldn't trade it. No one would take that unless they were just really generous and just wanted to take it off your hands for you. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time with suke. I think it only has like 2 moves, which is invisibility and another thing like rock throw, which can be decent for a starter, and the only actual purposes I ever see this with is with scammers, which used to be a thing. I think now that the new trading system out, that's not really an issue. You shouldn't ever trade off your fruits without going to the trading system. Never, yeah, another thing. Starters, there is a trading system. So if you leave the game and go to menu, or in general, just go to the very first thing. You go to the set sail. There should be a universe hub. Once you go there, you can go to trading hub. Never try to trade with someone if you have a rare fruit on you. And this is what's about to tie into my other thing I'm about to mention. If you have a rare fruit on you from a fruit bag, do not, and I mean do not pull it out ever if you're not in the trading hub or in the safe zone. And do not try to drop it to someone for a trade, because there's always a trade hub for that, and there's a safe UI for it. I don't think there's any exploits out that can even take the fruit away from you, so you shouldn't have to worry about trading in this game right now. Hopefully no one ever invents that, because that would suck ass to trade. Which ties into what I'm about to talk about. Trading in this game. It is very, very difficult to get anything in this game if you do not put the effort in to get items that are rare, or if you have a fruit bag, for example, and you can get rare fruits. The most wanted fruits are, the most wanted easy fruits to get are rares. No one wants a common, so if you do try to trade off a common, your chances of getting anything worth it are so slim, it's not even worth it. I mean, you will see some people that'll accept a trade for all 3 commons, but it's so rare, and most of the time they'll even ask you to take out the suitcase because it's just pointless. So, and to trade in this game, if you want to trade fruits, you more than likely are going to have to get a fruit bag, because you don't want to walk around with a whole bunch of things in your inventory, and you can't leave a server with a fruit or in your hotbar. You have to have a fruit in your inventory that's stored there, and you have to have a fruit bag to do that. And that is one of the only complaints I have about this game, is that something that is so necessary for players to get far in this game, and for players to even have a good time in this game, is paywall. And that's gonna tie up with a lot of things in this video, with a lot of paywall issues with this game, and I think it's just because the owner himself is a college student, and originally this game wasn't even meant to be anything more than a cash grab, and it got really popular really quickly, so he just turned it into an actual, well, not actual, he just kind of added more features to make it more playable. It's still more or less a cash grab if you want to think about it like that. I might have to move my ship up here, but if you want to think about it, it's still a cash grab if you ever want to think about it like that. So before you ever put your money into this, that is kind of something you need to consider. It is a cash grab, and it's more or less favored towards people that put more money into the game. So if you are playing this game and you don't have as much money as other people, you can get far in this game, but it's recommended you put a little bit of money in to make it easier for you. If you don't want to do that, it's fine. You don't need a fruit bag. You don't need a sign. The sign is more or less just useless because not many people even read it. The fruit bag is needed, but if you have a friend, or if you just in general don't plan on having a whole bunch of fruits, or in general just want to hold on to fruits or collecting, then there shouldn't be a problem. Just eat one fruit, and if you ever find another one and you have a fruit code out, go ahead and switch. That ties with the issue that, again, it is paywalled, so if you ever plan on trying to get fruit bag, it is something you have to buy, so there's no free stuff out there. If someone ever tells you they'll give you something for free like a game pass, I don't think you can trade game passes in this game right now other than the boat game passes, so there's no way to drop fruit bag game pass. So if someone ever tries to scam you out of something, just don't accept that. How am I taking damage? What the fuck? I wasn't even near the island. Okay, well, I wasn't near it, but I didn't hit it, I don't think. Anyways, another thing is, with the paywall issue, the boats. The hoverboard, for example, if you're a starter, don't buy this. There's literally no point in having this unless you want to get, like, something rare, because, I mean, it's nice and all, but are you really going to need a hoverboard at the start of the game? I mean, it's just going to give you a transport, and it only useful for going on land, because it's pretty much just no less different from any other of the boats, like the striker boat. I think it's the fastest boat in the game, but it can't go on land, which is why people buy the hoverboard, because it can go on land, and it has some other cool features. Like, if you have gravity fruit, it goes faster. I would only recommend buying that hoverboard if you have gravity and you want to make, like, a cool aesthetic, or if you just in general want an aesthetic boat, or if you just want to go with the whole gravity thing, which is one thing I actually like about this game, is that the fruit actually kind of goes with the hoverboard. Well, Zushi, or gravity if you guys don't know what Zushi means. So, yeah. Combat is pretty much a quick topic, which I'm going to go through real fast before I make it over here. Combat in this game is as simple as ABA, but you can make it as complicated as you want with combos. So what I mean by that is, you can make a combo that pretty much instant kills if you can find out the time, or find out exactly what you need to use for it. Meaning, you can be as complex, or you can be as creative as you want with combos in this game, as long as it goes with the game's borders of what they have. So, like, you can't make a combo that just like flings someone out of the map, because I don't think there's anything in the game that has that big of a knockback. So, but there is creativity with what you can do in this game, so it's no less from ABA with its combat, other than the fact that, I mean, you can't do everything you can do in ABA, so. But yeah, combat is kind of something simple. Just don't tring it out, don't go against someone that severely beats your ass, or someone that sweats this game. And other than that, the combat's kind of simple and it's kind of fun. I mean, if you're going against someone that sweats, you're not going to have a good time. So, unless you're also a sweat, then it's just kind of like a battle of wits. But past that point, I'm going to clip because I need to do something real fast, and we'll come back to the next part of the video. So, thank you guys for watching this far. Okay, thank you guys for making it this far in the video. If you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will have to fucking come to your house and forcibly fuck your mom in front of you. Wait. That's not something I should say on YouTube, is it? Should I re-record this?
Probably.
Nah, I'm gonna keep going. So, Pickle Penis, what's your opinion on GPO? Well, before I go on, because this entire video is pretty much about that.
This game is literally garbage. Bro, give me a fruit. What are you doing? Why are you railing my boat, bro? Are you kidding me?
Okay, so we've heard enough from him.
What is this game, bro?
Okay, so you guys...
You're gonna destroy my boat, bro.
So yeah...
What is this game? There's like 8 ships on my booty crack.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more! Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
Bro.
You wish
orphanage is not about to have a good time.
You wish to have any more input before I go on to plug my YouTube channel, or nah?
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Alright, anyways, if you guys haven't already, I might have already said this, but please do like, share, subscribe, so I can actually have, something to brag about. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for your guys' support up till now, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. This isn't the ending. This isn't the ending, so, and excuse my moaning language. So yeah, the next part of the video. See ya. Alright, so after that ad break we just did, sorry if y'all didn't want an ad break, kinda just need a way to, you know, get my, promotion in there, a little bit of advertisement in there, you know. So now we're gonna be talking about ship farming, which is ironically what I'm doing right now. So, ship farming in this game is more than likely better whenever you have more people, but it's also a little bit more less profitable, meaning if you're ship farming with random people that you aren't friends with, there is a high possibility that they'll grab a fruit if they get one and then just dip, which is fair. They got the fruit, it's all theirs, but you don't want to ship farm with people you don't know, because if you get a fruit and they get mad or something like that, they'll kill you, and if you don't store it quick enough, you're kind of just dead there. So yeah, ship farming in this game, again, is kind of annoying, because right now, even with just 8,000 bounty, it is kind of rapid a little bit, so there's constant ships that, if left unchecked, they'll kind of just shred your boat, so, and once you lose your boat, the other ships coming after you will despawn automatically. So, you do want to make sure that if you are doing this, you have someone with golden hammer, or someone that has a lot of planks like I do right now, and repair the boat whenever it gets super low, like to a point where it's going to sink eventually. So you don't want to waste all your planks constantly putting it at max health, because then you're wasting a lot of planks whenever you could just wait a little bit. So, yeah, that's ship farming. My friend himself says Kraken Farming in itself is kind of hard as well, if you don't have a Logia. And the reason why is because if you don't get to a high spot, you're getting knocked around a shit ton. And same thing for surfing, or sea beast farming. And that is another topic, because that is a pain in the ass. So if you have a boat, for example, and I think most people have a boat in this game. If you're driving your boat across the water, and for any reason at all, a sea beast decides to come and fuck you.
What did he say?
YouTube, don't demonetize me, please. It's pretty much game over. You'll get knocked off your boat if you're in a seat, and if you're not, it'll just fling you. So, the Sea Beast has like 3 attacks, I'm pretty sure. There's one where it just roars and it kind of stuns and it kind of flings you off of anything you're sitting in. It has its Ray move, or Water Beam move, whatever you want to call it, Pokemon shit, I guess. And I think there's a move where it just in general just starts fucking smacking its head or something. I don't know. I haven't seen all the moves. I know that there's one that just fucking absolutely obliterates you though. And there's the Kraken. There was also another thing I want to mention. Unlike most One Piece games, there is spawnable actual sea beasts. So Krakens, you can spawn a Kraken in. And it'll work for you. It'll not work for you. It'll be like your pet, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. And there's sea beasts as well. You can spawn in your own sea beast, and it'll defend you. And if there's nothing to aggro them, which I like that the devs added this, so you can't just constantly fucking be a nuisance to people in the server. If there's nothing to aggro sea beasts or Krakens, they'll despawn automatically. So your spawn Krakens and sea beasts will eventually despawn. There's a time limit too to how long you can spawn them in before they just stop spawning in. I think a day. I haven't gotten one, but I've heard that's kind of how it works. So if you have one, if you get a core, for example, and for any reason you decide to spawn in one, please keep in mind there's a timer before it ends and you cannot do it anymore. So yeah, so there is a limit to how much you can do. Another thing is, if, for example, the Kraken, you hit a few ships, I think the Kraken has a less aggro rate, meaning if, there's one ship near, and it destroys that, it'll give you like 30 seconds before another ship. So, do not spawn a Kraken in if you have low bounty, and I mean this, because otherwise, that's gone. The Kraken does not stay in the server for long if there's not constant aggro, like if it's not constantly getting aggroed by ships, meaning do not have a Kraken if you don't have more than like 20,000 bounty. That is just what I recommend. Sea Beast, 10,000 is a good number for that, because then by then you're getting a little bit more aggro and it won't despawn by habit. You can do it at 5,000 to 8,000, but you're probably going to look at a despawned Sea Beast pretty quickly. Another thing is for people that haven't bought the game, buy a Devil Fruit Notifier. If you have the money, just invest. I mean, it's worth it in the end. The Devil Fruit Notifier, I personally don't have it, but I've had friends that have it, and it works out it's really fucking nice, because you can go AFK, and your Devil Fruit Notifier will eventually tell you if a fruit spawns. Now, it's probably not the best investment, and if you really want to be a cheapskate about it, just wait for a code to come out, go AFK on a private server, and if you guys want to know what a private server codes are, there's like entire wikis based off of that, and there's entire like lists of server codes you can use. So private servers in this game, you don't have to buy the game pass. As long as you don't want to actually turn PvP pads off, you're fine. Shows ship farming. If you need to use a VIP server for that, go for it. There's plenty of them out there that'll let you do it. It's 700 Robux, I think, for private server game pass, which anyone can look up that information. So, if you want to buy the private servers, hold on, my bad talking, I forgot. I'm sorry. Anyways, so if you do, so you gotta spend. So if you want to invest in this game, do not buy every game pass. Most of the game passes in this game are for late game. So max level, if you have the money to throw, buy the Devil Fruit Notifier. It's just there. If you feel like it, there's plenty of other game passes to buy. Do not buy the emotes. There's literally no point in doing that unless you want to be toxic whenever you beat someone in a 1v1, or if you just want to dance around. It is mainly a waste of money, and to be honest, it's not worth it that much. So if you guys want to buy emotes, you can. I'm just recommending, if you're someone that wants to save that for like Devil Fruit removing, don't buy a Devil Fruit. Don't buy emotes. Just don't do that. Oh, another thing. It is so easy to get scammed if you try to buy black market fruits. Do not, and I mean do not, trust anyone telling you they'll give you a fruit for Robux. So, for example, someone says, hey, I'll give you Magu for 2,000 Robux. Don't trust that. That is such a scam. Because not only will they just take your money and dip, because there's nothing keeping them from just dipping, unless they drop the fruit first, which more than likely they won't, because that's just bad for their end, because if you just dip, then it's gone. So just don't trust these people going around trying to give you fruits for free. I mean, your friend might have got lucky with someone that actually gave it to them, but unless there's someone you trust and really, really trust, and even so, don't do it, because it could be an exit scam. Like, they're just gonna, like, unfriend you as soon as you buy it. Just don't do it, bro. Just don't buy it. I've had friends get scammed, and it's just not worth it personally, so do not buy fruits or Robux or cash or PayPal money or however you want to do that. And yeah, it's kind of hypocritical coming from me. So just don't do that. It's a horrible, horrible deal, and you'll eventually regret it. So, and if you get scammed out of like $4 or $6 or $10, I mean, it's not that bad. It's just a poor thing at the end of the day. Not something to get too worked up about. Just don't do it. It's not worth it in the end of the day. So, yeah. that's $10 you could have spent on Taco Bell or McDonald's, or just saved. So yeah, it's not worth buying fruits at the end of the day. So don't do it. Or buying fruits for Robux. I need to rephrase that. Yeah, that's another thing. There is no Devil Fruit market or stock. So unlike Blox Fruits, King Legacy, and almost every other One Piece game, this game literally mainly goes off of just find the fruit or trade for it. There's no other way to get a fruit in this game, unless you get lucky with a black market scam, or a black market, or you get scammed. So again, that's what I'm just saying. Don't buy black market fruits, and there is no market. In general, there's no market, so do not try to buy. If someone tells you they'll buy you a fruit from the market, so I don't know why anyone would say this, because there isn't. But if someone tries to scam you out of saying that, just remember there's no market in this game, so there's no way to actually physically buy fruits for Pelly or whatever the currency is in this game. I forgot, Belly or something like that. So yeah, make sure not to buy anything for Robux, and make sure not to try to, like, I mean, if you haven't bought the game and you think that there's a stock or Devil Fruit stock, there isn't. So that's just a little bit of a reminder. Don't fall for that. There's not a stock in this game, and there probably will never be a stock in this game, because it makes the game harder, and that's kind of what the player base is. That's what they like in this game. Well, some of them. I think a lot of people mainly complain about it. But yeah. Other than that, that kind of covers all the other topics. I'm gonna just, like, at this point, if y'all are, this is kind of like, that's kind of all the important stuff, what I personally think about the game. So if y'all want to go ahead and leave the video, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and start. Oh my god, I just died. I'm gonna start talking about personal opinions of the game. So if y'all want to hear my personal thoughts on a person that bought the game, go for it. I just died though. By the way, this is the death message. It's just kind of like random stuff. Sometimes it'll just like insult you. Kind of funny. Oh, and with a lot of these One Piece games, it's just unironic. It's just unironic bad spelling. Like, most of the stuff in this game is just unironic bad spelling. Like, I think it's just on purpose, but it's just for fun. So, in my opinion, if you want to buy this game and you have the money, it's only $2 or $2 or $3 and like 50 cents. It is worth it. Buy it. Go for it. In my opinion, it is better or slightly better in Blox Fruits, in my opinion. Blox Fruits is more like a lighthearted game for me. It's more like more toonish version of One Piece to me. It's just more fun, in my opinion, in some ways. And GPO is some more fun than Blox Fruits in some ways to me. So both games have their own ways of tugging my heart. It's pretty fun. If you haven't played Blox Fruits, go play it. If you haven't played GPO and you have the money and you feel like you want to buy it, go for it. It's a fun game. It's really fucking hard to grind in this game, and there's a lot to go with it, but despite all those factors, if you still want to invest your money in this game and play it, go for it. Accessories in this game, they're all kind of simple, more or less, and majority of these things in this game you probably won't be using until mid-game or late game, so if you manage to get yourself on Kraken armor, hold on to it, because you'll need it. So yeah, that is kind of my main opinion on this game. My dog is waking up behind me, and I need to take her out. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe, like the video. I hope to see you guys next time. Sorry this video is so fucking long, but I've gotta make videos somehow, so yeah. Love you guys.